At 16, my life should be fun every day. But it never feels that way for me. Stephanie Tracy Dawson. For a start, as a child born in the 90s, my slightly thoughtless parents should have considered my name a little more carefully before inflicting me with the worst initials possible. I live in a slightly sub-average semi-near Will with my 10-year-old brother Kyle, who my parents think is practically perfect. But I find him only annoying. He's always walking into my room when he shouldn't, without knocking, and constantly attempting to get people to sit and play a never-ending game of Monopoly with him. Kyle is the sort of brother you can trust to tell your parents anything you ask to keep a secret. He keeps his room far too tidy and constantly wants to help our dad in the garden. A weird kid, if ever there was one. My dad, also known to his colleagues as PCSO Paul Dawson, thinks he is living in a police state, and he often forgets he is at home after he has clocked off his shift plodding around the not-so-big city, but windy, North Wales streets of Brill. He always has time to be asking me, where am I going and when will I be back? He always has time to tell me the funny or confusing stories about his day at work. He loves his job, and hates it also. He hates that he isn't a proper police officer and blames the 3 interview fails on government forcing his employers to recruit more females and ethnic minority officers, and this has stopped him achieving his dream. For somebody wishing to be a macho cop, he drives a slightly girly silver Vauxhall Corsa and keeps talking about buying cars he will never afford. He can be embarrassing when he often comes to school in his uniform and wants to say hello but ends up telling off one of my friends or a parent. Ugh. This would be followed by the predictable PCSO abuse outside the school gate, and I can continue sometimes to take the abuse the next day on his behalf while he is safely some distance away, busy upsetting somebody elsewhere who may have not picked up the dogma or ridden a bike on a pavement. On the other hand, if being an embarrassing parent was considered for an Olympic event, my mother would represent the nation very well. Her name is Linda Dawson, and a few in Will don't know her name. She is 43, but thinks she's still 21. Don't get me wrong, this is a good thing. But she dresses only in ripped jeans or one's pinched from me, and also wears skimpy vests, dyes her hair purple or pink alternately, and constantly dances around the kitchen, listening to the latest chart music whenever my friends call. She also drinks Smirnoff and Diet Coke. A lot. When she goes out or when she stays in, it matters not. In the house, she puts it in a small plastic bottle to try and hide the act. When she is dressed up even more, ridiculously wrong for her age, and going out, she wears a ton of costume jewellery and takes a plastic bottle of vodka to make sure she starts any night out already louder and more drunk than anybody else. The most embarrassing thing my mum does is refuse to wear knickers. She will constantly lecture me about how knickers cause thrush and tells all her friends, Dad's friends, and my friends when they visit, as if proud of this liberating breakthrough in medical science. You should know also, my mum lies. This is mainly to my dad. She will lie about having a drink and also hide as much evidence of constantly swigging as she possibly can. The neighbours must always wonder where the extra bottles came from that she slips in the recycling bins. She will say, Paul, I'm going to watch my soaps in the bedroom. I know you don't like them, so you can have the big TV. Then off she goes with a plastic bottle hidden under her pink vest. We can choose our friends, but family we are sadly stuck with. I love them really, but I wish they didn't sometimes treat me like I'm still 12.